Hey, how you doing? For this screen Qatar or something like that, or some shit that happens about a stream. That's something I want to discuss about it, right? Which is dark side. Well, not really, but the reality is cold approaching. Now, obviously, cold approaching for some people think that this is another path, only pathway, and you will get better women. Yeah, you will cold approach. Well, it sounds really good on paper, but the reality is that it's actually harder than I thought. Because let's be honest, I'm an average, wear glasses, fat, average, 5'8", and people look at you like you're not worth it. You're not a model. I seem to be I'm in a minority here that I seem to be struggling to just go on a date, just going on once a date. Because there isn't much insensitive to people that want romantic, but they just confuse their head about all these mixed up stories on TikTok and stuff and how a man should be. Right? So they all get in their head. They're all filling with TikTok's poison. It's all in there. Yeah? Take a man on a date. Do not take a man on a date. Take a man on a free date. Be a rich girl. And then other guys will just brainwash you to, thinking that you should, never go on a coffee date. She will brainwash you. She will friend zone. I'm like, do you even know? I haven't gone on a date once. Can you figure out what it is that I'm struggling? Also, something that people don't know is the racial bias. Obviously, as you know, right, there's racism in dating. I said that right, and people are uncomfortable with it. So let's just critically talk about it. So you like a girl, right? You like a white girl, random. As whatever I am, brown, black, mixed race. I'm not really mixed race. I'm just different, and people in the UK just don't like different. They're like very stereotypical kind of man. Not everyone, but there are some that are like stereotypical. It's like, do you even know what a stereotypical man is? Do you even know? Because you keep just making me feel like I'm excluded. Yeah, and also, people are just giving you basically basic advice, basic generic advice that probably doesn't work for you. Maybe it works for different people, right? And obviously you need to go to different people and see what works for you, right? It doesn't have to be 6 pack, but you just go to a different city, maybe just go different times and see what works for you. Because you see, right, once you see someone that is a dating content creator that happens to be white, majority of the time, it works with white girls. You might be different. You might like, that's like certain type of white girl that you like, right? And obviously the other white girl has to like you back, right? Or English one, because I live in England where it's 80% white, but I live in multicultural. I really like blacks, so I don't see mixed race. I see as nuance, right? Where you might think you're getting the same type of women, but sometimes you're just getting low quality. Sometimes you're getting average quality. Sometimes you're getting good quality. Depends on who you are, and what personality you could bring. Because there's two things, right? It could be race, it could be personality, it could be culture, it could be religion, it could be the way that you handle yourself, it could be where you represent to a girl, and maybe girls don't see that, maybe. And I actually got dry spells. Also, people should talk about that, dry spells, because I had to go through struggle and pain. There's dry spells, allegations, accusations. Nearly got beaten up by a man years ago when I was cold approaching some hot Hungarian girl, and this guy got drunk. He didn't even like it. So it's like so many people just need to chill, yeah. And I should chill instead of getting into fight all the time. Also, drinking. That's what drinking you got to you, because drinking is just now you get drunk. It's like you want to fight for no reason. Also, you control your emotions. You need to control your own damn emotions, because you control the emotions, then most of the problems don't even exist in the first. If you don't control emotions, that problem will arise. Okay, and the reason I'm talking like this is because I'm talking as if are actually smart. Yeah, I'm actually I'm very common sense. I'm very smart. Well, not smart, but not as a graduate. But I see this how play out. Yeah, and whether I watch videos, I watch YouTube, people are so negative here. I'm just being real. Yeah, some women don't like me, and that's okay because because I am the different guy that can bring different results. Yeah, I am that guy that most people can't, which is approach women. All right, and honestly, most people, so that's where you get felt scared, nervous, but it's okay. But you see, most women aren't gonna like freak out or anything, but there are some people that will tell to F offs, and you need to know when to walk away. All right, at least then, yeah, you walk away, and then you won't be close so fast. All right, that's what me. That's what happens to me because I'm a stranger to her, and then I'm a stranger to her. Why do I give a fuck? Why do I give a fuck about what other strangers think about me? Yeah, what this girl thinks. All right, and also I'm trying to work it out. You see, but you see, the more times I'm just like virtual a lot of times, the more times I just don't think. I don't bullshit. I really don't give a crap. So, I just go who I want, really. Obviously, there's certain types I could go for, right? But at the end, there's for everyone, you see, right? Because in the end, some people win, some people don't. And what makes it another question is you need to know when to walk out. Because you walk out and they be the biggest powerful indicator that you got in your life, right? You can walk out and just go to a different city and just grow yourself out there. I don't know why people in London never talk about it because they will have superiority and think that other cities sucks, but London is great. I'm like, no, there's different people that like London, but there's some people that don't like London. It doesn't work for everyone, you see. I wish Call Approaches Day and coaches will talk about it, and my coaches too, because racial bias still happens, right? So there's still some middle class, upper class, women that don't like me, right? And I don't want me to do, right? I'm just approaching who I see hot, right? And it's not exclusive. It's not really exclusive to any. It's not exclusive to just any that certain type of race. It can be any race really. I like different things. I like high heels. I like leather. I like big bunda. That's the best thing about me. But London does have a big bunda, so I'm basically trapped, right? Even in London is diverse, it's still not bigger than New York. It's still not bigger than LA. Well, bigger than Miami, but Miami is a different level shift because America's a bigger country than UK. I'm sorry to tell you this, but America's got a lot of things, so you're doing that. Everything's better in masses, but that's my opinion though. And Canada too as well, to some extent. But UK is like small colony island that was once powerful. Now it's like home to some nationalities going on. They like to promote multicultural, but it's really just limited multicultural, to be honest. And if you're like Indian, Pakistani, Bengali, black, white, European, Eastern European, those 7 things you find in England. If you like Latinas, if you like Brazilians, there's some Brazilians, and obviously you could say London, but if you like Latinas, Brazilians, and maybe deep dabbling around Thai and Bali, Baddies, you're not gonna find out much in London because honestly, London is so segregated by everyone that people just kept it close to themselves. Not just London, but every city in the UK. The only difference is because I grew up in UK, so I don't see much Latinas. I've only seen Indians and Bengalis, which are they're actually equivalent to a Latina in the US though. So the way I see it, they just exactly look the same. I really don't care what anyone says. I really don't care what TikTok would say. They look similar, Latinas to Bengalis. Just different nose. But apart from it, yeah, it's like you try to be compared to another Ethiopian man. We look very similar, man. So that's what I get people out there. That's what I don't get people that the thing that Bengalis think about the Bengalis that they're very well to be Latinos. Like, dude, you can be as anything you want, but you're still Bengali to me. You still have to own your heritage and her race, and say that it's okay to own your race. Yeah, I still want to own my race. Yeah, there's so many people around me. I'll just say I'm Somali. It's cool. Yeah, all my culture and all my people, and I love it here and there. It's not many people, but there are some people that like it. There's also some bad stuff going on in communities, and don't let the media get into you, because the media is so poison. It's not good for your mental health, especially for other POCs and other minorities, because the media will just spin around and spin narratives to make you confused, to make you distracted. Yeah, whilst at least making money off your depression. Alright, that's something that I'm trying to do myself. And other things that obviously rejection. Rejection is not good for anyone, but if you got a choice, that you try and see how it goes. So if you reject you politely, reject you, then it's like, alright, cool. First go out, now next one out. And it's okay to have dry spells, because not everything needs to be fancy. Yeah, I just feel like YouTube just makes it all fancy. Not sure what it's about, but yeah, it's glitchy. Anyways, they just make all these videos, fancy social media, about the fact that you're gonna approach women. I give you 30 days. Yeah, you're gonna have a gold girlfriend. Really, it's not the case. I haven't taken cold approach in training and how to speak to women, because it's so basic. You can just learn that shit through that phone, without any paid, without any money, anything. Because everyone around my YouTube space, it's just all scammers. It's all coaches that are just phonies, man. Not really phonies, but they seem to be doing well. Right? They're all phonies to me. I'm gonna have to struggle to get the best that I could get, right? Because what else I got? I said though I could just go by my phone, but see you in a part two. Because it's obvious this studio